My name is Christina Ast, resident of Cowlitz County. My husband owns a business in Woodland. I work here at Peace Health St. John's. I'm actually a charge nurse on the 4th floor. That's the COVID floor. All our COVID patients are being held there. And I don't know if our CEO intentionally lied or was just mistaken, which is hard to believe knowing this is such a huge pandemic. The patients on the COVID floor, as I am charged, I get to look at charts. I know why patients are there. I know their comorbidities. I know if they've been vaccinated or not. As of the day that she gave the podcast, 1/3 of our patients had been fully vaccinated. Prior to then, before we opened the entire COVID floor, we had 1/4 of our floor closed off for COVID patients. There were times that 100% of our patients had been vaccinated. The vaccine does not work. Depending on the patient and how many are back there, the percentages change, obviously. But I can tell you we are having multiple breakthrough cases. Many. The vaccine is not working the way it was designed to work. If the masks don't work, the vaccine doesn't work, what then? Are we going to go into lockdown? Is that going to work? Here's a question for you, Commissioner. By the way, thank you for listening to me. I know this is very emotional for a lot of people. A lot of us are losing our jobs. A lot of us, you talk about, Commissioner Weber, your health. A lot of us are losing our jobs because we can't, in good conscience, good faith, or for our own medical reasons, take the vaccine. We're not comfortable with it. We lose our health care. That's our own health as well. Is it a choice we're making? Yes, it is a choice we're making for our own health, for our family's health. So Commissioner Weber, you have a couple secretaries. One's vaccinated, the other one is not. One's told the vaccine works. Symptoms are very mild. The other one's unvaccinated. Who's going to know what her symptoms are? Which one do you want working with you? The one that really doesn't know if her vaccine's working and she's there around you? You have, it sounds like, comorbidities. You're at high risk. Do you want the one who's going to stay at home because she knows she has symptoms? I have had COVID. And early on, I had to isolate from my family and friends. I spent months in a trailer out in our driveway, protecting immunocompromised parents who I was caring for with my husband. When we were able to come out of isolation, my husband and I, in the process of building a home, we moved into that trailer up on our property to build. At that time, I myself got COVID. I survived. I didn't have to go to the hospital, but I survived. My husband, 14 days in, had no symptoms. Not one. He's older and he does have comorbidities. We couldn't isolate from one another. He never got it. He tested. He never got it. We can't know what COVID is going to do, but we can know what we're going to do. You are here to represent your people. You're talking about your health. What about the health of companies and businesses that are going out of business because people aren't coming in? No more health care for them. What are we doing with that? I understand you guys have a job to balance the two, but you need to keep in mind that you are dealing with people, and you are public servants of these people, and you are to protect us, our businesses, our families, and our pursuit of happiness. And if a lot of nurses are walking out, you're not getting a bed because there's no beds. You're not getting a bed in the hospital because there's not nurses. There's not enough staff. There's beds. There's empty beds. I guarantee you that. But there's not the staff to take care of them because they are worn out. The hospital will not hire, have not hired for months. Now they've hired travelers to come in. It's still not enough. Now they're going to be losing many nurses. Will you get in then?
Thank you.
Want to take care of your health care? Talk to the hospital about hiring people and keeping the people on, not mandating this thing.
Thank you.
A question for you.
Go ahead.
In your hospital job, can you tell us how hospital treats the COVID patient, what is the medical treatment?
We give our patients remdesivir and dexamethasone.
Could you project a little bit more? I've got old ears.
Sorry. We give our patients dexamethasone and remdesivir.
Okay, no ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, or...
Not to my knowledge, not on our floor.
Okay.
Nurses, I'm realizing there's more that needs to be said as far as whether you can get in the hospital or not. A lot of our hospital is not just full of COVID patients, which it's not, it's one floor, and now they're opening up ICU, I understand that. But we have a lot of patients that we cannot get out of the hospital who do not have COVID for placement. We can't place them anywhere. So I know the last time I was there were about 10. I do keep track of that for my manager. There were 10 that take up 2 beds. Why? Because they're disruptive. We don't have a place for them. We can't allow them to disrupt somebody else. Months. I mean, we've had people in there for 90 plus days. They've taken up hospital beds. So I don't know if there's something we can do about that, but our staffing and being short-staffed goes clear back into March, and I do have proof of that. They're calling nurses in every single day. We did not have that many COVID patients in starting March. So, I mean, we look at that as well. It's not just COVID. We're looking at a lot of other things here. Thank you.